Hi, I'm Fion Wright, your China Dream coach for entrepreneurs and executives. Welcome to Season 1 of the Your China Dream Virtual Summit. In this episode, we have Daniela Bessia, China TV superstar, award-winning singer, and actress. I first met Daniela as a co-star on Chinese TV and was blown away by her ability to sing in Chinese. She's performed on China's Got Talent and is one of the most recognizable foreign faces on Chinese TV. Let's find out how she has become a foreign celebrity here in China.
Hi, hello, my name is Daniela Bessia. Mostly people know me by my Chinese name Anta here in China, Shanghai. I'm a singer. I used to have a long-term cooperation with the Chinese national television, also with Shanghai television. Okay, you maybe can Google me. So my first tip for you make it in China is be patient, be focused. Why patient? Because I believe the Chinese people, they have their own way and they have a really old traditional culture. So it's good when we learn how they like stuff, we make it as the way they like with their culture. Sometimes they look to us when we eat and they already know if we know how they like stuff or not. So I don't mean you become like them, no, but the thankful things, like for example when we eat, if you do, for example they like you take your plate when you eat, it's like thank you. If you do this kind of stuff and you learn it before you come to China, all the bosses gonna love you because they think and they're gonna believe you are someone who they can trust and someone who is thankful. So yeah, I really recommend you to learn some Chinese at first and all the good cultural stuff, because we don't like nobody who is rude, right? Maybe the stuff for you are good, for they are rude, but maybe the stuff you think is rude for they are not. So try to learn that kind of stuff. What to gift if you want to give a gift to them. There is some stuff you cannot give to Chinese, so you need to learn what you can give to them, or how to eat, or how to move. I really recommend you to have some friends who can teach you this stuff and become familiar for Chinese people. Another thing, I really recommend you to be on social media. Chinese really going into technology stuff, so you just make your WeChat account, Weibo, Taobao, Douyin, whatever you can do, you just go in there and show yourself. If you have some friends, you can try to look friends who work in Paitu Media, is the Wikipedia in China. Maybe you can hire someone or ask a friend how your personal information, if you already are someone, how your personal information could go to the Chinese Wikipedia. Chinese is called Paitu Paike. That if you're already someone. If you're a student, of course, they will not allow you to be there, but if you're already someone, for example, if you have a company or something, try to find a marketing company or someone who is working in Paitu, Paike, the Wikipedia, Chinese Wikipedia, for put your brand there and people can find you. Be nice, be happy, wherever you are, if you are in China or if you are in South America, all the opportunities gonna come to you for sure, because people gonna enjoy being around you. What else? Patient, focus, and try to make good relationships with everybody about whatever you do. Ask for advice. Friends, they're gonna advise you always. So try to find your friends here, because in China the people go and back. There's full of foreigners coming, going back, coming. So try to find friends and make your roots here. Once you make your roots, it's your home.
Thanks for coming on the show today, Diana.
Thank you, Fiona, to invite me. I'm so happy to see you again.
Yeah, it's
finally.
Great to see you. Not behind a set. We're not on TV.
Yes,
right?
No high heels, no nails, no like sport. Relax.
This is the real Daniela.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So I wanted to start today for those people who are watching who might not have, seen you on TV or might not know your work. If you could do like a quick self-introduction, like who you are, what it is that you do.
Hello, everybody. My name is Daniela. I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I came with a scholarship, with a Confucius scholarship to China as a student. and suddenly my life. Suppose I should be in China 1 year, and then after the scholarship I should be back to my country. But then a lot of good opportunities came. Yes, I made it. Still like more than 5 years, and I'm still in China, making it. I could say like doing a really beautiful and interesting life. Mostly interesting because I got sponsors, concerts, TV shows, like a whole life here with big roots, and now I cannot live. I don't know. I'm trying to find a way to see my family for holidays, but it's keeping so busy life. So yes, mostly the most interesting part in my life here is the cooperation, long-term cooperation with CCTV. I've been hosting for them in whole season for cooking shows. I've been nominated as one of the most influential expats. I'm a Spanish speaker, sorry. Influential expat in Shanghai, and then we've been in the whole season in the Shenghuo Dabutong Shanghai TV show, and then mostly singing for many TV shows in CCTV. That's the Chinese government, Chinese national television, concerts and sponsors. I like to sing and performing, so yes, that's mostly.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely amazing what you've been able to create here for yourself. This, like you said, you came here just to study Chinese. Right?
Yeah, before I like music, I play piano, a little bit piano, but suddenly, yeah, huge stages. I need to prepare myself singing in Chinese, Spanish, English, and I came without English even. I came to learn Chinese, and suddenly I'm speaking English because the Chinese was so difficult. And I learned some Chinese. Singing in all those languages, and then having interviews in the biggest newspapers in South America, in some magazines in Italy, because I'm Italian too by passport, so I have double nationality. So yeah, being like appreciating my country and in Europe with magazines like showing my work here in China, yeah, that means something to me.
And I've seen, just from your profile and from some of the photos that you put, like you sing at some really like high-level events, like with some really famous other Chinese singers and everything.
Yeah, I think that's because the good relationship with directors, because when I start here, it's not I send material to everybody and I try to be, no. It's true, in my country, before I came to China, I was working in modeling and some acting stuff, so I was comfortable with the camera. But the first the first TV show that I did in China was China's Got Talent. As a guest, opened the third season, me and the winner of the second season, so that was the start. But how happened that was not I send the material. It's impossible to arrive or to find a place to send material to China's Got Talent, right? It's impossible.
They find you.
I was in the school, I just was nice to Chinese people and trying to interact with them, understand their culture. Then what happened was one of the fathers of the Chinese students, he saw me performing in the school and he just liked it. So he say, I want to invite you to the opening for my TV show. And when I asked, which TV show? China's Got Talent. Okay. And then he recommended me, and then he recommended me to CCTV, and then CCTV directors that recommend me to other ones. But always was because I think the positive energy and try to understand, because they are really so different from us totally. Like if we go that way, they go this way. So it's good when you don't get angry or you don't get upset, because they just do in a way we don't know. So the best way is we learn, and many of the things they do, we're gonna learn another way, and we're gonna have options after when we try to do our stuff. But many of the things that they do, sometimes we don't like it. Maybe because we don't know it, and we don't like what we don't know, right? So the best way when we work in some place and we don't like something is we just tell them, check, I'm foreigner, I don't like this way. If you want me to be back, I would like this, and this. And I'm already here like more than 5 years, that I said before, And I still having good relationship with all the Asians that I work with, the directors and everything. And then after each time is more comfortable and comfortable the work, because I telling them what I like, and I'm learning how they do, and it's cooperations, it's exchange culture.
Could you tell us a bit?
Another thing is, I think, because many people they say, but why, Daniela? Why you join so many TV shows? Because I'm a singer too, and I'm so beautiful, and I speak really good Chinese. And I was like, yeah, but they don't invite you. I don't know why. Like, I can try to push you and put your CV there. I think it's because another thing also that I keep my foreigner part so much, so we can interact. I'm trying to learn their way, but sometimes I see some foreigners in China TV, and they become a Chinese. So if you become a Chinese, I don't mean you don't study the language. You study the language is the first thing you must do. But it's nice when you can share also your part to them, and teach them. Yeah. So you're gonna say?
Yeah, no. As you said, you came here first, sort of to study Chinese. I wanted to sort of dig a bit deeper into why did you choose China to come and study, and then also, like, you've been here for 5 years now. Why have you stayed?
Okay, I didn't choose it. I'm sorry. I love China now, but before, we are Argentinians. We are so far. We are in the other side of the world. For us, it's like we don't know anything. When I told to my family, hey, I want a full scholarship, everything paid, like visa, everything, apartment for 1 year, full everything, to go and study in China, Chinese, my family said, really? Why not go to Italy? And I was like, come on, Mom, Grandma, this is a huge opportunity. I'm going to see the world. So for us, actually, it's so far. And so we don't know anything about Asia, mostly. Argentinians, our family belongs from Europe. So we kind of like to go to Europe or watch Europe. We have this kind of culture. So, first I was a little bit afraid. Anyway, I did it. Adventure, girl, yes, here I am. I did it. Why? Because when I was in my country, I started to work with some modeling companies, acting companies. One of the companies who took me as an actress belongs from a Chinese boss, and then they teach me a lot of Chinese songs, culture. They make a really good relationship between me and the Chinese embassy in Buenos Aires. So I became their host for the Chinese New Year in my country, in Buenos Aires. Yeah, that was huge, my first event for them, because it was like, 3-4 blocks everywhere in the whole Chinatown with all the Argentinians, Chinese, and foreigners who come to see the event, and I was hosting for them. But that was because I was working for this, artistic Chinese company in Buenos Aires. And then after I make cooperation with the embassy, they invite me to participate in the Hanyu Chiao, Chinese bridge. Yeah. So,
I have a lot of friends who've done it.
Yeah, but the thing in that moment, I didn't know anything in Chinese, just ni hao, that's it. 我教, nothing else. But I did know some songs because the artistic company. So Hanyu Chiao is still a TV show. And there's no Argentinians who know much about China. There is like few Argentinians who can speak Chinese. So they say, please, we need a representation from your country. So if you can sing some Chinese song, that's enough. We're gonna try to keep you. And they teach me a lot. I tried to make the first competition in Buenos Aires. I won, just learning everything, because it was like 300 questions, memorizing like without know what I'm saying, just memorizing the phonetic. It was 300 words. So many of the question was like A, B, or C. So I just remember how sounds the first part of the question and the B, C. Okay, if you are from the Hanyu Chiao, don't watch this. Maybe you can. But I won. I came to China for a month, everything paid because the TV show. And then we were in Beijing, Shanghai, and Hunan. And then I fall in love. and I fall in love in Shanghai. When I came back to Buenos Aires, I don't know. I told my mom, Mom, I miss Shanghai. It's so huge. I love it. I can make it there. And then the embassy offered me to apply for the full scholarship to study Chinese. When I show my how to say, gratitude to the Han Yu Chao TV show and everything. Yes, that's why. But I keep here because China is still giving me opportunities. And I love it here. I feel like I can learn Chinese, I can learn English, I can meet Fion, and this is just happening in China, right?
Yeah. Oh, the opportunities here are absolutely.
It's
amazing.
it's like here. If you come with a good energy and good, how to say, focus about what do you want, you don't need to work and find opportunities. You need to work and find time for yourself. Because it's full of people, it's full of opportunities, full of ideas, it's people from everywhere. So at the end, here in China, what happened to me is I need to start to learn how to say no and choose and be focused.
Selective, right?
Yeah.
Limit your availability.
Yeah, what do you want? Because sometimes you say yes, yes, and then something huge happens and you already book it. In my case, I book my days by, events. So
So about that, you grew up in Buenos Aires, and you probably had some exposure to Chinese, because there's, I guess, more Chinese coming, and maybe not in those days, there weren't that many. But what were some assumptions that you had about Chinese or Chinese culture or doing things in China? And then when you came, you were like, it's not actually like that. I hadn't expected that. Is there any ideas in your head of things you assumed and then weren't true, or things that you've sort of changed your idea about since
like
you've
before
arrived?
and now when I arrived. Yes, totally. Before, as someone who didn't study well the Chinese culture, I thought I'm gonna find a lot of temples, I don't know, like the movies, and then suddenly I came to especially Shanghai and was full of those towers like right now. We are in the center of Shanghai.
92nd floor right now.
Yes, 92nd floor. We are in the top of Shanghai. We can see that's another high building there, but it's lower than that.
That's the small high building. It's only maybe 90 floors tall.
Yeah, surprised me at all. When my mom came, the same. She was like, "What? I didn't expect this." Another thing is the technology. It's going too fast for me. I'm coming from a city, so I was born with a computer in my hand, and still here I saw a lot of grandmas and they are with the iPhone. Come on, no. Another thing is it's so impressed how the old people every morning or afternoon they go outside for dancing and they are so flexible. They can ride in bicycle. My grandma, she cannot do that. She's from Italy.
And they're all in the park doing their dancing.
Yeah, the dancing. Even me, I cannot wake up at 5:30 a.m. or 5 a.m. to go and dancing. No. It's surprised me how strong they are. The language still so difficult for me. I thought I could make it, but come on, I get some Chinese, but no as they speak. It's really so difficult for me. And then what else? There's many, everything. I think we are I don't know how to explain. Like when in my country is night, here is day. When in my country is winter, here is summer. So it's always for everything. I eat pasta, they eat rice. Everything is like this for me. For everything. But I like it because keep me awake, keep me learning. You cannot be boring at all. No.
So over the past 5 years, you've had lots of opportunities, but I assume there's also been some difficulties, some obstacles. So I'm wondering if you could share what some of those might have been, what was difficult, and how did you overcome those difficulties?
Yes. Well, John. Of course, difficult is the homesick. We get homesick. In my case, I miss my family so much. So I'm happy we have Skype and those stuff. But yeah, the most I miss to watch our TV, in Spanish. Sometimes I feel like I'm everyday tired. I think this is because we are everyday learning. As I say before, like you go on street and you learn new words every day, new streets, new. It's not when you, for example, when I'm in my country and I see everything in Spanish, I don't need to think. That's my language, so I'm just so relaxed. But here is all the time like I need to translate now for you or for everybody in English, and it's like sometimes you need holidays more often, I think. So the homesick is the most. It's not I'm calling my mom all the time, but you miss, because I believe it's because everything is so different. Even when you sign a contract here, all the rules you need to learn, and how to make it really organized, the stuff for each event is different from our country. I believe if I do in your country, must be much more similar because we go in the same way. But when it's about Asia, it's totally different. So it's always learning. Whatever you want to do new, learn the way. And that sometimes becomes a little bit tired for me, and I get homesick. That's why sometimes I say, when I have some event and they do stuff I don't like for example, give me the food they like. I say, check, we foreigners, I don't eat spicy. Next time if you want me to come and sing here, please, and you be nice. Give me some Italian pasta or another thing that I like, but not spicy. I don't eat spicy, for example. But you need to communicate, because as the way we don't know many stuff from Asia people or from China especially, they don't know what we like. So that's so important. We get good communication with them, and you tell them. Sometimes the stuff for me, I get so bad or angry for something. For them they are laughing because for them they something that don't have sense. So then I say, okay, why I'm shouting to everybody, like they don't get my point anyway. And sometimes for me, when it's something don't have any important thing, for them it's really important, like I don't know, a picture about something. Well, why you need a picture? I have the video, but they want the picture. So I mean, sometimes the point of view of things, of what we think is important or not, is so different from them. It's not like me and my mom or my friends in Argentina, we think the important things are the same, here not. So yes, that sometimes become a little bit tired. Another thing is with foreigners, and it's really important you organize well your visa stuff, because in my case I need to do visa. I'm a performer, so for performers we need to do work visa every 6 months. So yeah, it's good to know the rules about the other country if you come to China. Yeah.
Like you said, I know you started playing musical instruments when you were quite young, but yeah. I don't know if you knew you were going to become a performer or a musician.
I'm not a musician, like instrumental player. I like to compose. Since I'm young, I like music, and then I like to compose. So then after I start to learn piano to grow up in the musical stuff. But what happened in China is like Chinese like to sing. And when they go to have fun, when Argentinians we go to the club and drink, they go to sing. So many of them, they sing really well because they have fun singing. When they start to call me for work, they want me to sing. And before I cannot sing anything, nothing. So yeah, I need to, when I was studying in the university Chinese here in Shanghai, I started to do some vocal warm-up, trying to get some, how to say, agility? How to say that word? Yeah. In Spanish is agilidad, to my vocal cords. And now, yeah, it's getting there. I'm singing every time for all the events, for all the TV shows. But because I bring maybe some musical,
Good sounds. Got a good ear.
Yeah. But yeah, Chinese, they love to sing. So from composer, I become more singer in China.
Okay.
So yes, and now I'm trying to go back to composer. The last year because as I say before, this city is really busy, it's work all the time. But I have projects for future, so I become to be more composer lately. So when I have time at home, I'm writing lyrics, and then I was like, which language I use now? Yeah. As more you know, you are more out of focus too, right? Because
more options.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So how was it specifically that you found your niche here, right? Like it looks like you've been able to create a real personal brand for yourself, whether it's going on TV and singing or doing TV shows. Like how did you create that niche?
Yeah. Well, it's not me, but friends or people come to me and say that I brand myself really well. I don't know how I do that, but what I do is I always try to show the best part of each work that I do. So, for example, if you come to China and you want to brand yourself, at first I think you need to learn some language, Chinese first. Second, find some friends Chinese friends, also foreigners, but Chinese friends who support you and help you to do your first step here, like credit card, wherever you need to do, set up your WeChat account, Weibo account, and whatever. Like now is this the new one, the
Douyin.
Douyin. Yeah, I have it already. But if you're new, it's gonna be difficult. Taobao, yeah, it's like for buy stuff. But whatever. If you don't know Chinese, it's gonna be so difficult. And if you are new and you know Chinese, it's still difficult for you. So it's good you have friends first before, and you set up all this stuff. So when I came to China, I was in the school. I have many classmates, foreigners who speak Chinese well. They helped me like really quickly to set up everything. And then I got some friends from the school who were Chinese, and they also helped me to do stuff, like set up some accounts and advice. And then after, when you get your first work or you start to meet people, I see many people that they post whatever and become boring, so I just block them. I don't see their posts anymore. Like, for example, I have many friends that I like them, but when they post, it's so boring to me. Like, today my nails are red. Who cares? Some people care, but me not. So what I try to do is, I would like to be more on posting stuff, but I'm not that much. But when I do, I try to really show beautiful stuff and interesting, trying to give all details, so people when go to my post, they can search the TV show, the time, who is that. So sometimes maybe they are not interested in me, but they are interested in the director or about the TV show, or maybe someone wanted to apply or something. I try to post everything. So yeah, that's why I think it's why I get so many likes without promoting or making any publicity on my posts or anything. But yeah, become interesting. Another thing that happened is how is that word when you can work in many stuff? Like I've been hosting, I've been singing,
Well, you could say I'm very versatile, but you could also say like I'm a jack of all trades. Like I can do lots of different things. Versatile.
So that's also something is not boring for the people who follow, because each time, even still in the media market, like TV shows or documentaries or movie, it's always something different. So yeah, for the people, for example, who love me, like my family, I always surprise them. This time singing in English, the next time singing in Chinese. Last week I was singing in Cuban Spanish style with a Cuban band. Now we are doing a TV series with Angela Baby, is one of the famous actors in China. Always different. For the people who just want to see around, it's still the same. But yeah, mostly because you will never see on my post like I'm here. No, like for example, you're gonna see today here doing the interview with Fion, he's blah 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 blah, and I'm gonna try to present everything, but it's not gonna be like a post like, oh, today here chilling out,
drinking a coffee. Or
drinking a coffee. Who cares? Today the life goes so fast, so we need to be clear. One post, I should be doing that every day. I don't have time. I would love to, but be clear and show exactly one. Of course, if you are like Lady Gaga, you can post whatever. Like today, my shoes don't smell good, and they're gonna follow because you're Lady Gaga. But when we are trying to arrive there, I think we need to show to our fans the best of us, right, and the best of our work. So yeah.
If people would like to reach out to, talk to you or whatever, what's the best platform online to do that?
Ooh, yeah, I always changing, but I think LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the best because I believe there the people is more on focus about working. So yes, LinkedIn is the best to reach me out for work or whatever, or maybe if you want to reach me out for advice, Facebook or Instagram. Yes. I try to use more for fans or friendship, Instagram. Anyway, still, each time when I get some interview in some magazine or newspaper, everybody come to Instagram and they want to know about work or stuff or possibilities in China. I still answer them. It's fine. We need to share. I think all the time when we share, when we give, the universe give us double. It's always like, you give this and the universe say, take it everything, and I say, okay. So yeah.
That's a wonderful note to end on. Thank you very much, Daniela.
Thank you, Fiona. It's so nice to see you. I would love to see you more often, you and your family. Yeah. For all the TV shows who are coming, we're thinking.